Hi everybody, and welcome back to Life Cues 2024 with Monica, week number 3. This has been a rough week for me, guys. Holy, I was in the hospital overnight at the beginning of the week, and I'm still not feeling 100%. But you know what? I'm usually a very, very positive person. And the way I've been feeling is really dragging me down. And it was so traumatic. I mean, I've been in the hospital so many times because I have lupus. And it's so, this time was so traumatic for me. I don't know if it's like PTSD or I was so sick, so sick. I had to be going by ambulance. They were putting IVs in me in the driveway, So that kind of stuff, that kind of trauma, it stays with you even though you're starting to get better. You know what I mean? So I thought to myself, today's Saturday, and I usually do this on Sunday. But I thought to myself, now what's going to perk you up a little bit? And I thought, well, maybe if I do an art journal page and the subject be what brings you joy. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. If you see these dark marks on my hand, you should see my arms. They look like I was a loser in a $1 million prize fight. The bruises are unbelievable from IVs and stuff. So once all that stuff heals and goes away, and it's just a memory thing, you're so much better. But right now, I'm sort of in it still. Kind of feel like I'm still in it. And I don't feel good. But I'm hoping this is going to make me feel better. So it's so nice to talk to you guys. This paint, you see how thick it is? This is a chalk paint. It's called Sea Glass. I love this color. And in my knitting room, I have a knitting studio. I picked up a table. It was upcycling where I live, and they're free. So you can, if you see it and you want it, you can have it. It is the coolest old-fashioned table that underneath the lid, it pulls out and then it makes the leaves go bigger, I really wanted it. So I got it, and then I painted it this sea glass color, but it's too thick for paper. So I'm going to sort of blend some water in with this and see if we can't make this a really pretty background. So for me, what brings me joy right now in life? It's like the simplest things bring me joy. I take joy in just sitting in, and maybe that comes with age, like you don't have to be go. Like, of course, it brings me joy if we go on a wonderful vacation or something like that. But everyday joy, I find, is brought on by the simplest little things. Like, take joy in the journey. And I'm also going to help this along by spritzing the page with water. I just keep my water in this big water bottle. Ooh, looky how pretty. It looks like, the sea. It's gorgeous. Yeah, that's pretty. That'll make me feel happy. So this is going to be my background, but of course, by the time I'm ended, this whole thing could be covered up with all kinds of stuff, all kinds of ephemera and goop-de-goop, Ooh, that was a good idea by wetting the page. Brilliant. I put a couple of bird feeders outside. I have so many different birds come, And if I don't feel good in the morning and I'm just sitting on the couch having a cup of tea, and I watch like the blue jays come in, and then the big birds, the magpies, try to get their big old heads inside the bird feeders, but they're too big. And it's just so fun. It is so, like, just taking pure joy in the everyday. And nature gives us joy so many times per day. And all we have to do is look out the window, look for it. I bought some plants at the Enjoy Center the other day, and it's called that because it is exactly that. You leave that place and you always feel so lovely. So I got some little plants, and they're in my knitting room. And then Richard bought me some beautiful daffodil plant. And so that's upstairs in our bedroom. But things like that, you know, a little bit of bright color in your life. Is that not just gorge? Look at that pretty page. Just look at that. I love that. So I'll be back when it's all dry. After that's all dry, I took a pencil and started drawing, like, you know, hills, just in a meadow, like fields, just however you can see them there. They're very, very, very pencil light. So you'll see them once I get them all outlined. So I'm going to start painting the different, I want this one to be kind of a brownish, a light brown, and then just different colors of green throughout our little meadow. Then we're going to just play with stamps, doodles, maybe a little ephemera, just whatever floats our boat for our little meadow. And this is going to be kind of like take joy in the journey of life kind of a thing. So, yeah. So I did my first down here layer with the Stampin' Up! Blends. I love these ones. These are the ones that they have. I think they were made for flesh tones, but everybody's flesh tones, you know what I mean? So now I'm going to get these 3 greens. There's another one over there. Well, 2 greens and a yellow. So I think I'm going to start with this one here, this light green. So now I've just painted this hill green, and I'm going to skip up to this one because I want this to be this green but lighter, and I think I have to mix it with this, like a lemon. Yeah, it's exactly what it's called, lemon yellow. I'm going to mix those 2 colors together. I've got this kind of, it's the same color, so maybe we'll just get, it's a tad lighter, just a little bit lighter. I'm probably using the worst brush for this, so I should get another brush. But yeah, you can see it's a lot lighter. And then I think I'm just going to add a little bit of yellow in the middle. Just kind of highlight a few spotlights of yellow because I want this part of the hill to, because it's high and closer to the sun, you know. I really don't like the way that's painted, but I'll wait until it dries. And by the time I get finished doing all the doodaddy things I'm going to do, it won't matter, Monica. It really won't. So you guys remember we do have a Instagram page. And I'm just going to take a little bit of yellow all by its lonesome and sort of put it in the middle. Honestly, this just makes me feel so much better. than I felt earlier this week, even earlier today. So that's the reason why I do art. Just makes you happy. Okay, see, can you see how it has a little bit lighter hues in it than this guy? And a little bit more. And yeah, so we're going to go to the other two, who at first I thought I wanted them to be dark, but I don't really. I'm not sure how I want them to be. I'm going to add a little bit of yellow over here, just to brighten it up just a bit. Okay, so I'm going to carry on. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with these other two hills. Okay, you guys, check this out. Okay, I'm like, it's really hard getting all these different colors of green, you know? So I just painted on this emerald green. Now it's a little, they're all a tad different, but to me they all look exactly the same. So I painted it on this one here. And I want to keep my kind of my demarcation lines. Do you know what I mean? So I'm putting this on quite a bit thinner, almost like watercolor. But it's acrylic. All of this is acrylic. So then what I did, I took a paper towel and just kind of squished it around. And bada boom, bada bing. It gave it this coolest, look at that, sort of a speckly looking. I love it, love it, love it. Yeah. So in my ephemera, while that's all drying, I have so much ephemera. And I told you I get a lot of it from that lady on Instagram called Mad Fox Studios. So I noticed I just got a group message from her, which means she must be right now having a whole new batch of stuff come in, because that's what she does. So just looking for the lid for the yellow, but I'm sure I'll find it. But anyway, oh, here it is. Anyway, while that's drying, I'll show you some of the stuff I'm going to add to my meadow. Now, nothing, I repeat, nothing is in perspective. Okay? So I've got all these gorgeous flowers, like that one, and this guy, and this pretty one over here. And then let's repeat. Oh, let's do this. And let's do this. Kind of a little bit lower in the valley. And some of this, which is some of the same as over here. And then I have another, it might be too much. I don't know. We'll see. But you see where I'm going. And then I saw this beautiful bird. I want him to be flying over there in the, or this bird sitting on a branch up here. So I need to show you guys this most spectacular of pencil cases. Look how big this thing is. And look how many zips. It has zips for days. So all of my pencils, all of my charcoal smudgy pencils, watercolor pen, every pencil that I own is in here. So I can just go in here right away. I know exactly where they are. I don't have to look all over my room, which takes up so much time. Oh, there is a brown one. Yeah, baby. And you know these Derwent pencils? Is this what this is? Yes. They smudge beautifully, but I have never used the brown. So before I go ahead and put it on my page, well, I guess it won't matter because I will just go over it with black. So this is what they look like. So it says Derwent, and this is a sage color. And so you just put it on your work, and you can either wet it or use your finger. I think I'll wet with this on a smaller brush. Just dip it in some water. And see if it does its, yes, beautiful. See the smudge? Look at that. Oh, I love, 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 love these. Now, I don't know if you can see very well. Yeah, I'm right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and outline all the hills, and it's actually the next day. And I just want to show you, I stopped yesterday right after I took my pencil, you know, the one I told you that I love so much, these Derwent, they're called Derwent Graphy Tint. Derwent Graphy Tint. They're from England. I don't know if you can see the name there. And that's what I did that with. And then when you add water to it, it kind of blurs it and gives us this kind of smudgy look. I love it, love it, love it. So I did that. And then I darkened this hill here because if it's dark, it looks like it's closer to us. And as it gets paler, it's far away. And then I drew a bike. So out of perspective with the size of everything. But you know what? I don't care because this is just going to be pure whimsy. So I've been tearing the backs off because you can see how hard this is. So I'm tearing, like, I spray a little bit of water on the back, just a little, just to soften it up a little bit. And then kind of massage the water into the cardboardy stuff. And then I've been just trying to just remove that backing so that you get a much less thick piece of paper. And this just is more like a piece of paper. You know what I mean? And that makes it a lot easier to glue down and for it to kind of blend in with what you're doing. So I'm going to finish tearing some of these off. I'm going to trace my bicycle with a dark Sharpie. And keeping up with the whimsy, I'm going to fussy cut this birdie. And he's going to be riding the bike going up the hill. Because my bike is, the wheels are monstrous. But I've never drawn a bike, and I think I did pretty not too bad. So we'll just keep with the whimsy of this whole thing. And then I think I'm going to add some doodles around and dots around and just make this joyful. Excuse my sniffing. We literally just came in from a walk outside. It was beautiful out. Oh, just talk about get rejuvenated. I was here. Hi guys, so this is what I did since our last tuning in. Can you see these little red dots that look like the measles? Well, I wanted to add, because I thought I'm going whimsy, because Lord knows with a bike, a bird on a bike, come on, what else could you go? So I literally took a red felt pen, and again, always double check if your pen is permanent or not. So all your work doesn't go, you know. So I'm going to put the cap. This was one that was in that Advent kit that Deanne got me, which I loved. Then I took some white, which is over here on my palette, And I'm just sort of highlighting just tiny little spots where no rhyme, no reason, just because then it makes the flowers kind of pop a bit. They're not really flowers. And then you can see on the side there's a little green, little tiny green tick. There, you can see that one really well. And it's my little leaf. So here is my finished page, and I'll take you through it in just a second. It was just easier for me to just let my imagination go crazy. I'm just putting some clouds in the sky because I had some leftover white, whoopsie, white ink in the tray over here. So I thought, why not? Let's put some clouds up in the sky. Let me get that off that bicycle wheel. There. You can call this done. I'm sure I could probably even do more, but let me quickly go through it with you guys. Okay, so I put my what brings you joy, and then I stamped do, and then hand wrote what brings you and highlight it with white ink, joy. Then I made a whole bunch of white dots where there was blank spaces. I don't think you saw my cacti family, and there's a little bluebird sitting on this cactus, and there's a flower on that cactus. And then you saw all these little tiny flowers down here. And what else? I made some sun, a sunshine. And we saw our bird, and we've got a little bit of doodle lines from the dragonfly to our birdie. And you know what? I can see right now. I'm going to put, I should have put some little lines around our bicycle. So I made those swirls at the top of the page just to finish it off. And there is my page. This brought me joy. These are some of the things that bring me joy. Going on a little journey, the sun, dragonflies and butterflies, cactuses, flowers, you name it, and birdies. So I hope you guys like this. And remember, if you do a page, please post it at Life Cues 2024 on Instagram. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.